What if a country could lose its military bases, its airfields, and even its command centers, and still have the power to strike back? It sounds impossible. Yet for more than half a century, that exact question has shaped one of the most powerful military strategies ever created. During the Cold War, the United States faced a terrifying possibility. A surprise nuclear attack could destroy bombers before they took off, missiles before they launched, and military headquarters before orders could even be given. If that happened, the war could be over in less than an hour. American military planners realized that relying on a single nuclear force was simply too dangerous. So they created something entirely different. A system built not around one weapon, but around three completely independent ways to respond. Missiles buried deep underground, nuclear submarines hidden beneath the oceans, and long-range bombers capable of flying across continents. Together, these three forces became known as America's Nuclear Triad. The goal was surprisingly simple: make sure that no enemy could ever eliminate every nuclear weapon in a single attack. Because if retaliation was always guaranteed, then perhaps no one would dare start a nuclear war in the first place. But how does this system actually work? And why has it remained one of the foundations of American military strategy for decades? Let's go inside America's Doomsday machine. Before we can understand why America's nuclear triad has lasted for decades, we first need to understand one simple idea. Imagine protecting something valuable. Would you hide it in only one place? Probably not. Because if that single location were destroyed, everything would be lost. The same logic applies to nuclear deterrence. If a country relied only on land-based missiles, an enemy might try to destroy them before they could be launched. If it relied only on bombers, those aircraft could be targeted while still on the ground. And if it depended only on submarines, advances in underwater detection could one day reduce their advantage. Instead of putting all its trust in a single system, the United States divided its nuclear forces into three separate branches: land-based intercontinental ballistic missiles, ballistic missile submarines hidden beneath the oceans, and long-range strategic bombers. Each one has strengths, each one has weaknesses, but together, they make the entire system far more difficult to eliminate. That combination is what has made the nuclear triad one of the cornerstones of American defense strategy for generations. If the nuclear triad has a backbone, this is it. Across the northern United States, hundreds of intercontinental ballistic missiles remain hidden beneath reinforced underground silos. These are the Minuteman III missiles, first deployed during the Cold War and continuously modernized over the decades. At first glance, they may seem outdated, but appearances can be deceiving. Their real strength is constant readiness. Once a lawful launch order is received and verified through established command procedures, a missile can leave its silo within minutes. Traveling at extremely high speeds through space before re-entering the atmosphere, an intercontinental ballistic missile can reach targets thousands of miles away. Yet these missiles are not designed to fight wars on their own. Their primary purpose is deterrence. Their presence forces any potential adversary to consider that a large number of hardened missile silos would still have to be accounted for in any attack. Even though the Minuteman III has served for decades, the United States is already preparing its successor, known as the LGM-35A Sentinel. The missile may change, but the mission remains the same: maintain a credible nuclear deterrent and reduce the risk that nuclear weapons are ever used. If the land-based missiles are the backbone of the nuclear triad, then the submarines are its insurance policy. Unlike missile silos, submarines don't stay in one place. They disappear into the ocean, where tracking them becomes an enormous challenge. the United States operates Ohio-class ballistic missile submarines, often called boomers. Their mission is simple, but critical. Stay hidden, stay ready, and remain undetected for as long as possible. Each submarine can remain at sea for months, carrying Trident II D5 ballistic missiles capable of traveling thousands of miles. Because these submarines patrol vast areas of the world's oceans, no one can know their exact location at any given moment. That uncertainty is what makes them such an important part of nuclear deterrence. Even if military bases were destroyed and missile silos attacked, a submarine hidden beneath the ocean could still receive lawful orders through secure communications and remain part of the United States' strategic deterrent. For that reason, many analysts consider the sea-based leg of the nuclear triad to be its most survivable element. Silent, hidden, and always somewhere beneath the waves. At first, strategic bombers may seem less important than missiles. Ballistic missiles can reach their targets much faster. So why does the United States continue to operate a fleet of long-range bombers? The answer is flexibility. Once a ballistic missile is launched, it cannot be recalled. A bomber is different. It can take off, remain in the air for hours, receive updated instructions, or return to base if the situation changes. That gives national leaders valuable time before making irreversible decisions. Today, 3 aircraft form the backbone of America's long-range bomber force. The B-52 Stratofortress, a bomber that has remained in service through decades of upgrades. The B-1B Lancer, designed for high-speed, long-range conventional strike missions, and the B-2 Spirit, whose stealth technology allows it to operate in heavily defended airspace. Each aircraft brings different strengths. Together, they give the United States options that missiles and submarines alone cannot provide. Because in nuclear deterrence, having choices can be just as important as having power. By now, you've seen all 3 parts of the nuclear triad: land-based missiles, ballistic missile submarines, and long-range strategic bombers. But one question still remains. Why keep all 3? Why not choose the most advanced system and invest only in that? The answer is simple. No military system is perfect. Missile silos are fixed in known locations. Submarines depend on remaining hidden beneath the ocean. Bombers require time to reach their destinations. Each system has strengths. Each system also has limitations. But together, they reduce the chance that a single surprise attack could neutralize every part of the deterrent. This layered approach has shaped American nuclear strategy for decades. The goal has never been to make war more likely. It has been to convince any potential adversary that a nuclear attack would never eliminate the ability to respond. And that belief remains one of the central ideas behind nuclear deterrence today. The nuclear triad has protected American strategic deterrence for decades. But no military system lasts forever. Around the world, technology continues to evolve. New missile defenses are being developed. Artificial intelligence is changing military planning. Cyber warfare has become a new battlefield. To adapt, the United States is modernizing every part of the nuclear triad. The aging Minuteman III is expected to be replaced by the LGM-35A Sentinel. The Ohio-class submarines are gradually being succeeded by the new Columbia-class, designed to continue strategic patrols well into the future. And in the air, the B-21 Raider is being introduced as America's next-generation stealth bomber. The aircraft may change, the submarines may change, the missiles may change, but the mission remains the same: to maintain a credible deterrent and reduce the likelihood of nuclear conflict. More than 70 years after the Nuclear Triad was first conceived, it continues to shape one of the most important pillars of global strategic stability. Because sometimes, the most powerful weapon is the one that never has to be used.